Yo, tonight on Redroom, we got a special guest with us. I'll introduce Tabitha. Let you go for it.
And this is B.
I'm B,
And
this
this
is
is Danny.
Danny.
Well, tonight I feel like I probably got the most responses off this flyer than any other one. I think, and we didn't even promote it for the whole week.
No, just a
So
couple
I feel
days.
like it's gonna go crazy.
Oh, you guys wanted to see me. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
But we
we
had
want to
so
see you.
many hits in just like a couple hours over it. I was like,
Yeah,
Really?
like
Okay.
a lot.
That makes me excited. All right, guys, I'm really excited. And let me get real with y'all. We're going to tap in.
I feel like you got
Perfect.
like a pretty loyal fan base.
I definitely feel like I have a loyal fan base. I'm trying to build that because it's like, to me, my fans are very important. It's like, I don't just say that's bullshit either because I know it sounds like a lot of fill in, but my relationship with my fans is something I really put a lot of like effort and energy into. So it's like a different vibe with my relationship.
You have a
with
lot
them.
of passion.
For sure, for sure. Energy is like a huge thing for me. Like giving my best energy, putting you in your best energy. Energy is like a huge thing for me.
Nice.
But that makes me excited, y'all.
You go with the vibe.
Definitely.
Really know how to read a room.
I am big on like I want to say empath, but I'm definitely that's one of my strengths. I feel like feeling people's energy. Like I can get overwhelmed really easily if I don't shut it off. Like I know people that are empaths understand that. Like when you go somewhere like the club or the bar or whatever, you start feeling crazy and you're like, what the fuck am I feeling? Like I'm starting to feel all these crazy feelings.
I can't hear all of a sudden.
And you think it's your feelings, but really it's the people around you and you're just absorbing it and you gotta shut that shit off. That type of thing. I'm all about vibes and energy.
Nice.
Toxic.
Am I toxic? If I honestly, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody's got a level of toxicity.
I am. I'm not gonna lie. I am extremely toxic, and I don't want to be, but that's why I gotta be alone because I'm very toxic. Yes.
At least you know that about yourself. A lot of people don't.
I'm obsessed. Like if I love you, then I'm like, baby, I love you. So yeah, I'm toxic.
Locked in.
Yeah, your daddy. What is it, Dada? What can I do?
What can I do? What do you want me to do? You tell me what to do.
That's toxic if you don't have somebody that knows how to handle a woman like that. Because I'm definitely like want to be led, submissive. Like that's what I want is a leader.
Yeah.
And so, but I can't have someone tell me to shut the fuck up if I can't trust it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like you got to show me something for me to shut the fuck up. Why should I let you? Why? How are you any different from this lame-o to tell me to shut the fuck up? Why should I listen to you? You know what I'm saying? Because I will, but tell me why.
I mean, to me, it's not that hard to see. Like, I don't know. I guess I don't know how to explain that, but I guess that's the whole difference. I guess I can look at a dude and kind of tell you what he's worth. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Definitely, yeah.
So it's like, but I do see women like, bro, we talking like man, bitches, bro, and then you fucking with the weirdest dudes, and I was like, man, no. Don't make sense, but you know what I'm saying? There's something there. You know what I mean? She must really love him.
She respects him. His
brain. Yeah, and I feel like also you could be with somebody that like you don't realize is not your level. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand that it's not your level because you can only attract what you are. Like, you know, so you honestly, she might look like the baddest bitch, but if she's with someone that you think is weird that ain't on shit, then to be honest, the bitch is probably weird and ain't on shit because you attract who you are.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
So tell us about where'd you grow up
at? So I'm from Cherokee County, Tahlequah. I was born and raised there. I'm actually a native. I'm Cherokee. My kids are all my kids are Cherokee.
Me too.
So,
yay. Got your card.
What's up? What makes me Queen Bee?
Good question. Very good question.
For one, okay, so my first name is Brooke, and I feel like that's so played out. Like, let's be honest. And my baby daddy, like, loved my life. He started to call me B, and it was kind of more so just like something that I would accidentally do because he would call me B when we'd be out places, like shows, industry things. So I started introducing myself as B, and then making my handles that's B, and so it's kind of where it came off of, and then Queen Bee, obviously. So that's kind of where we went with it. And what?
You feel like Queen Bee?
Definitely, I feel like Queen Bee for sure. And anywhere I go, then anywhere I go though, like I already know like that I'm gonna be. My energy is gonna illuminate the room, so I already know I'm the queen.
What's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Nice.
Yeah,
confidence.
Capricorn. With I'm a Capricorn, Libra. So yeah.
Smart. You like are quiet. Read room for you.
Definitely, I read room. I and I know how to play my role. Like I've been in so many types of situations where it's like I've been in the hood where I've been scamming and trapping, and and then I've been.
What's the wildest thing you've
like
done?
me probably. Well, I mean, it's like been years since then. So like I used to boost cars, and I would allegedly I would boost cars. Because I'm a pretty little white girl, I would go to neighborhoods that were gated, and I would put on my little running gear.
Nobody checks you.
Not in town. No, not here in town. Not here in town.
Very dismissive.
And then I would go into the gated communities, and they don't lock their cars because they think the gates keep people out.
And you look like
and their keys are in the car. And so yeah, that's what we would do.
Man, I stole a couple cars when I was a kid, but we would catch people like people would like leave their car running to like let it warm up in the wintertime.
Like on the movies.
You know that song DNA by Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
Okay, one time I boosted a brand new Escalade. Brand new Escalade. This car had the papers in the floorboard. I get in. I turn up the SM radio because I realize it has the key in it, and that song's on. I got loyalty, got what? And like, oh man, it was that was one of the best
memorable.
Everybody would steal cars. Remember what songs was playing?
Yeah, okay, true. Though, why is that?
Oh, my mama, bro, when I stole cars, bro,
that's hilarious.
So fresh and so clean,
oh, that's a good one too. That's funny. Oh my god.
But yeah, I'm from Tahlequah, so I come from Cherokee County, and I was born and raised out there. I started coming up to Tulsa to boost cars. I had a family member that lived up here that kind of had a connection, so I started coming up here, and then that's kind of how I started to make my connection. And
like, how old was you when you were doing this?
I was like 19, 20. But I started like my hustling started before that. My hustling started when I was 15 years old. I used to go to Walmart, and I had a person that lived in my neighborhood, and they would help people that got out of jail. And they would give me a list, and I would go to Walmart, and I would steal everything on the list, and I would write down what each thing was worth, and then I would take it to them, and I would tell them this is how much all this stuff was worth, and then they would give me a percentage of that money. And that's what I did for a long time to make money. I would go to Route 21. I had a friend actually whose mom worked in retail at Dillard's, and so I had the thing to take off the.
See, I was gonna say
to take off the
I knew
tag.
somebody that did the same thing with jeans.
So for a while at Route 21, I would go in there and I put on tons of panties, tons of shorts. I put on like 30 pairs of panties and take off all the things and fucking walk out with them and sell panties. I sold used panties in the Section 8
that is
at
entertaining.
15 years old.
Oh well,
so that's where I started hustling at.
Where do you get this natural motivation? Like in your DNA?
Well, yeah, honestly, my mom's a hustler, but my dad, like, rest in peace to him. But my dad's a hustler. He wasn't in my life a lot because he was incarcerated most of the time. But even in prison, he hustled. Like one time I went to go visit my dad, and he put $500 in my back pocket, cash. Like my dad, in jail. So he was always a hustler, and he always like put that into me, like, to be a bullshitter, but understand who to bullshit, because you can't bullshit a bullshitter. That was something he used to always tell me.
Very smooth talking.
So that was a big thing about my dad. My dad was all about like scheming, scamming, lying, all of that. Like honestly, that was what he was about. Frank Gallagher in the flesh was my dad.
Wow.
So that's where I learned that from, and
skills to be learned.
Yeah, and I had a lot of siblings, and I was they counted on me, and I was always kind of like the caretaker. So I had to make it happen. And
you're like the oldest or the middle child? Or?
I'm the middle child. Okay. So I have an older sister, but
either one.
We used to that was really the game every day. Whenever we would wake up, would be like to get enough money to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're a teenager, that's kind of the game. Like get a bottle, get a blunt, and get with your friends. You know what I'm saying? And that hustle, when I realized that's what we were hustling for at first, was to get a blunt, get a bottle, and I realized like, oh, okay, that's cool, but if we really expand this, we can get more stuff, you know?
Be smart about it.
Did you ever have you touched jail?
I've never been to jail, ever.
No detention centers as a kid?
Nothing, not even nothing minor, just...
I've been to Friday Night Lights. My mom sent me in 6th grade, which honestly was like the worst thing, which you have to like work out while a sergeant screams in your face. And like my little brother was a year younger than me, and he was all chubby, and he like couldn't run. It was so sad. I felt so bad for him. To make you go to school. Because I was truant, yeah.
My sister was about like that too.
It's like a punishment they do in our town, yeah. And you have to go from like 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Fridays, and the judge will give you so many of them. And at the end of it, it's all the school resource officers from the area, And at the end of it, they'll either sign that you passed or you failed. And if you fail, you got to come back.
We
So I've
decide
been to that, but I've never been to
fate.
jail.
From now on, we decide what you do.
I got pulled over the other day, actually, and as he was printing my ticket, he said his machine broke. I tell y'all, I'm all about energy. Like,
the luck of
I'm
that.
not, girl.
That
I'm
is
telling you.
were you wishing it would break?
I just knew that it would be okay. Like,
Nice.
I go with that intention.
You're intuitive. Very
that everything will be all right, and it just is. Well, I'm about mind over matter.
It's a good skill.
Like, what's in your mind
it's
matters.
Quantum physics.
What
Put the
about
thought
when
out into the
something
universe.
bad does
Definitely.
happen? Not saying going to jail, but just I don't know. Have you ever had like somebody run off not pay or shit like that? Like how do you translate that if your energy's good and somebody does something shit like that?
To be honest, it's the game. You chop it up to the game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the game. When you got to realize that when you're dealing in these types of dealings, like you're not going to deal with the best people. You know what I'm saying? Like if they were the best people, then they would be in Walmart doing their own shopping, or they would be there doing their own stuff, or they would be getting their own cars or whatever. If they were the best people. Bitcoins. So yeah, it happens. You definitely get fucked over.
Why girls have managers?
For sure. I feel like as far as that, to have managers to lessen the chance of men taking advantage of you, you know, and human trafficking is at all-time high. I mean, even pulling up to this, like a girl like me, like I have to be worried because of human trafficking.
Oh yeah, big deal.
Like I could definitely see if I was a female, bro, I'd be scared to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Some weird motherfuckers.
Yeah, and I'm 5'2", like 138
come to my podcast.
pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like let me tie you in my basement.
Like literally. Well, when the guy opened the door and I'd never seen him before, the other guy opened the door and his belt was unbuckled and his pants were.
Oh my god!
And he was like, "Yeah, this is 523 West Toledo Place," and I was like, "Oh, I mean, wherever we are, 523 in Dallas, Texas, but whatever." And I was like,
Jesus,
we're in Dallas, guys.
It's Christ on a cracker.
But anyway, so I was like, what the fuck? We were going to get killed. He was like, yeah, come in. And I'm like, this guy doesn't look. Yeah.
We gotta do better at the door.
I was like, are you Russell? He was like, yeah. I was like, no, you're
like,
not. No, I mean, Russell's in here. I was like, oh.
He said, yeah.
I was terrified. She was scared.
She's like, I'm not going in there. Let me see the girl that's supposed to be here first.
I was like, man, she left her homegirl.
She's like, oh yeah, I'm staying in the car.
We circled the block. I didn't lock the door very quickly.
So as soon as she got out,
my crazy baby mommy came by here while I busted out the windows.
Y'all,
it's okay. It happened like more than twice. It was a lot.
Yeah, so she got all of them in the front. So yeah, like we're working on that.
That's wild.
I'm
glad you're here. Thank you for making it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's funny as hell.
So how was high school for you? Was you a cheerleader? Did you play sports?
Y'all, I barely went. I dropped out the day of my 16th birthday. I dropped out of high school actually, and I went and took my GED. I had already been studying for my GED. I went and took it a week later, and then I started working full time as a waitress for the state, actually, like at a state park. So I was making minimum wage plus tips on the lake. And I was pulling in like $1,400 a week, you know, like $1,500 a week, and so
golf course.
Yeah, it was out at a golf course. Yeah,
okay, I knew it.
So I got my first house pretty fast. Like I said, I met my first son's dad whenever I was 15, and he was a lot older than me. So I actually started hustling for him. And
you told us how old he was. How old was he?
He's 12 years older than me. So yeah, so if I was 15, he was 27, almost 28. But he's the one who kind of introduced me to. I would help him. He was the one that I would, you know, get the stuff for, and that's how I started making money. And
how does a 27-year-old like? How does he get involved with a 15-year-old?
Well,
not trying to talk shit. I'm just saying, like, from a perspective of like, how would y'all meet?
On a normal, how did we meet?
Like in a normal occasion. I'm not around you. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not either, because right now I'm the age that he was whenever we met, and I have a little brother. And I have a little brother who's actually 19, and I see my brother's friends, and even at I'm like his 19-year-old friends. I'm like, what? You are a child. You know what I mean? You are. What would I ever want with a little boy?
You're still a kid until you're like 27, 28.
Kind of weird for you to be a 15-year-old. You know what I mean?
I agree. It would be weird just in the fact of like, what could I want from him in that way? You know what I'm saying? Except for schmexual stuff, because what do you want from? They can't intellectually. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're good at doing chores. It's not like they can. What can a 15-year-old do for you? Well, I was hustling for him. I was a white girl who was a young white girl who was the perfect one to put into these situations to hustle.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it came from.
Monetary
Yeah.
gains.
Do y'all have a relationship now?
No, we don't really have a relationship. He is remarried and he's like has a newfound relationship with
Ooh.
God, which is good for him because I love Jesus
Praise the
too.
Lord.
But we are definitely on different pages right now. You know, with where I want to go and where he wants to go. You know, I don't really have a lot of support from my kid's dad, to be honest.
How many baby daddies you got?
I have 3 baby daddies, for the record. I have 3, but I've only slept with 3. I've only taken 3 dicks in my life, so that's fine with me. I will accept that.
You get pregnant,
Very good.
I get pregnant, yeah.
Every time.
I'm fertile, very
Every
fertile.
time.
Very much so.
So you got so that's one baby daddy. Let's get to baby daddies. Well, who's second baby daddy? Like not like that, but just
Okay, so my second baby daddy is
Can we start with the age?
he's the same age as me. We actually went to 2nd grade together.
Nice.
That's how I met him.
Okay,
I met him. He was my best friend in 2nd grade. I went to his birthday parties.
You know him.
So I knew him. Yeah, I knew him really well. I was working at Taco Bueno after I had left my first baby daddy, and he came through the drive-thru, and we reconnected like that. And he ended up being pretty abusive. So that was my first situation with an abusive relationship. Like I've actually like getting my ass kicked. You know,
no good.
So
that have a relationship now?
Dare you make me bleed my own blood?
We don't. I co-parent more with his dad than I do with him.
Right.
Yeah, his dad's a really good.
Like not like that, but just like on a co-parenting level, like you know what I mean? Y'all are y'all cool like that?
No, we're not cool. No, because he's not responsible enough to be cool with me. To be honest, you got to be a certain level of responsible to even have a conversation with me. Like you got to be a certain level for me to even open your message. Like at all.
You like
that
for
the
the
record.
You read it though,
Yeah.
don't you?
Do I read his messages?
I'll be holding my shit.
You read
Boy,
everybody.
bye. Don't even tell him. Don't tell him. Shh. Because somebody didn't even know about this till the other day that you could do that. Like hold the message. Yes.
Yeah, man.
You read that shit, but you ain't got to open it.
No, shoot. And if I do, I'll just go back and hold it down for myself and put unread message and just pretend like I didn't.
Does it work both ways?
I don't think it works both ways.
It doesn't.
I'm delusional.
But hey,
so.
it works for me and
it
me.
works for me and myself. So
for me and me, that's all I care about.
But my second baby daddy, yeah, he was pretty abusive, and we split up when my son was little. He was like 1. And then I met my third baby daddy. I wasn't with my second baby daddy very long. This was my first baby daddy from the time I was 15 till the time I was like almost 20. So about 5 years. And we had a son together in that time. And then I got with my second baby daddy when I was like I was about 20. And then I had my second son when I was 21. And we broke up by the time I was 22. I met my daughter's dad really fast after we broke up. Out of work thing. And I didn't know he did music. I actually vowed not to date anybody from my town. And I met him up here in Tulsa. And he actually lived in my town. And I didn't even know that. Like until we started talking. And then I realized that he lived there. And I was like, fuck.
So he does music like locally?
Locally, I mean, I feel like we're past local at this point. We've, yeah, definitely. He's from LA and Compton. Shout out Juke Music Association, JMA,
what is
Clovis Kepri.
Dude.
So he's from Compton, so he has dealings around. He's definitely doing his shit. Like he's on 105.3 right now. He's definitely doing his shit for sure. He is.
We should find out who that man is.
Clovis Kepri.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to meet
and then
you.
I met him, and we've just been rocking. We've been rocking together the last 5 years. We have 2 daughters, and
nice.
He kind of showed me like another side of life. You know what I'm saying?
He's not abusive.
He's not abusive. He's not abusive in like a way. You know what I'm saying? He's more so just like I said, y'all. I'm crazy. So like obsessed. Yeah, we're toxic. We're too toxic for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I love him too much, and being with a rapper is freaking hard. Like, and I'm not even jealous like that. Like I love girls. I love females, but some people just don't know how, you know what I'm saying?
How to conduct themselves.
Some people, meaning him. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, he was really great to me, and he did show me a different side of life. Like, I didn't know about credit. I didn't know about any of that.
No, he put you on game.
Yeah, he put me on game, for sure. He changed my life. Yeah, he changed my life in a different type of way of, like, and I feel like I was so hurt from everything that I went through that I was too blind to the blessing of what he was. And I felt like he had been so hurt by his life. He was too blind to the blessing that I was. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we couldn't coexist, you know?
I get it.
Like,
so y'all are split up at the moment?
Yeah, we are. But we're always Like I always got him. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
like,
That's what you keep saying, but no,
He thinks he knows everything.
No,
It's
I already
okay.
know this.
He's
I
not
bet
bad
that
at predicting shit, though. I'm not kidding.
I would
He's
do
really
that
good
shit
at
for
it.
years,
He's
bro.
very,
Y'all gotta get back together.
he's
I
very
promise
good at
you,
predicting
like
things.
it really is all love. You know what I'm saying? But this was just to go back into my story. Like it is all love with me and him. But I'm just like I'm at a point right now. Like I said to you guys, I want to experience myself, and I've been in a relationship since I was 15 years old. Like I'm telling you guys, these relationships were back to back to back, and that's what I'm saying. If any female is seeing this, like a young female, do not do that. Like chasing a man in your young 20s, your teen years is the worst thing that you could do. And I don't even mean that because they're a bad guy, because they can't invest in you, because they can't bring you up. But you will not know who you are. Like you won't know who you are without trying to, keep somebody else in account. So at this point, going forward, now I'm getting to see what life is like without taking somebody else into account, except for my kids.
100%. I agree
Man,
with that.
the raw truth.
The raw
I feel like you about to go through your
What? You said I'm about to go through my
You're about
hoe?
to do it, like right now. Now, he's not bad at predicting things. I'm just saying.
Oh my.
Bro, every girl got like this whole face. There's nothing wrong with it. It's natural. It's normal.
Mine's over
It,
with.
it molds a lot of women into what they are, and they end up being great. You know what I mean? So it's
I
not like
definitely listen. There's no slut shaming, no hoe shaming at
Mm-mm.
all. If y'all
None.
liked it, but for me, if I'm gonna go through a hoe phase, I want to lick some like that's it.
your hoe.
Because I feel like
bitch.
men,
Ooh.
you're gonna have to be real deserving.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? For me to even think about it, and that's just me being honest. I don't care. Like I love watching those podcasts of those single dudes who have never been married, who don't know shit about being in a relationship, talk shit for hours with each other about retarded shit. I love those things.
Their videos go viral for no fucking reason.
Yeah, but because watching those is like they would fucking hate me. They would hate me. They'd be like, "Bitch, you're a 2. Why do you think?" And I'd be like, "I'm a 2."
Okay,
Guess what?
okay, let's
I'm
play
a
devil's advocate.
10.
I'm down. Let's play. So, but you got, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 26.
And like, bro, like you're bad. I'm not gonna lie. So you're bad. You're 26, but you got 3 kids with 3 baby daddies.
Yeah, I have 4 kids. But guess what? Donald Trump has 3 baby mamas and 4 kids, and he's the president of the United States. But because he's a man.
Yeah, why is that okay?
I'm just, no. Hear me out.
We'll go back into that.
I'm just saying, like,
Hello.
A lot of men see it as like, bro, I don't want to deal with 1 baby daddy, but I understand that's probably like in this age, like you get with 2 or 3, like, bro, I got to deal with 3 baby daddies potentially at any given time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot to just take on, plus your kids, plus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I agree 100%. Like that's why
good perspective.
That is something I agree with. Like I'm not at all naive to the baggage, but that's where I feel like I don't want or need a man. Like I'm not even looking for that at all. Like I don't feel like I'm not pick me right now. Like I don't even need to negotiate why I'm worthy for somebody because I don't want nobody. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you want to pretend like I want to negotiate why I'm worthy, we can do that.
no,
Sure,
no.
let's role play a little
If
bit.
you want me to get myself in that mindset.
No, like it's like, okay, so a lot of dudes see it as like that depreciates or devalues like the girl's worth as far as a relationship goes, because you don't want to run into dudes that's, you know what I mean, been with your girl before.
But I can say this, that's fine, and I get that. But like at the end of the
you
day,
are.
like I said, I've had sex with 3 people in my whole life as far as penis goes. That really don't matter if I've had sex with 300 or 3, because if that's really something you're tripping on, is like meeting someone that your girl might have fucked on, then you're not even the type of dude I want to be around. You're not even my caliber.
So
like,
I feel like the 3 is your redemption card though.
It is for
like,
sure.
It's like 3, bro. Like
yeah,
this
it
is
is.
how 3, like a normal bitch is like 30, bro. Like,
well, 3 is my redemption card in a way of like me saying like, yeah, I have 3 baby daddies, but that was because like I am really a lover girl.
You was a back to
like well, yeah, and and if I feel like that's why I'm crazy. Like I can't take dick without falling in love. Like I will be in love. I'll be like, when we get married, you want to move in? So I can't do that.
Any of them overlap?
Like leave and come back, or what do you mean?
No, that's not what
like
he means.
no.
Like,
The second one swears he overlapped with the third one, but he didn't.
Like was y'all in talking stage or nothing? Y'all didn't know each other?
I met him. Okay, well I did meet him at his job when my baby daddy still lived in my house. So I did meet him, and I did think he was cute, and I did sit by him. But I was already, yeah. So we can say if you want to count that as overlapping, but I never cheated on any of them.
There was no sexual contact.
No.
No penis and vagina.
No, there was not even exchange
Basically,
of
what you're getting at.
pictures. There was nothing like that. There was not even hanging out or anything like that until after.
So
very good, very good.
High school went well.
No, I dropped out.
You
I got my
You got your
GED.
Hey, I got my GED
Yeah.
too.
But I mean, that's going well, right? Like,
Yeah.
What?
We're on this podcast.
You're 15. You're out just like stealing shit, doing whatever.
Yeah.
Like, at what point was you like, nah, I'm not gonna do this no more?
I got pregnant when I was 16.
Mm.
Like I said, I got my GED. The 16 to 17 shit went really, really fast for me. So I moved out of my mom's house. I moved in with this guy, which is my baby daddy. He had like given me a Tahoe to drive. I didn't have my license, you know what I'm saying, at this point.
Why'd your mom allow this?
Because my mom struggled with addiction. So she was kind of wrapped up in her own stuff, and my dad wasn't incarcerated. For the time my dad ran over a teacher at my school.
Oh, that's the story.
On accident. He was on
sad.
Xanax.
Oops.
But he ran away from the police.
No.
And he went to prison from the time I was 8 to the time I was 13 or 14. So by the time he got out, it was too late.
Those are some serious years as far as like
development.
Yeah, and I only visited him in prison, and I love my dad, and I cared about everything he told me. I took to heart. But he wasn't able to see what I was actually, you know what I'm saying, doing. And when he finally got out and he found out what was up, my dad tried to stop it. Like, he sent the police to my school and everything.
Oh,
really?
Oh yeah, I denied it. I talked to my little brothers and everything because he was giving us money and I was using his car. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all still want to go do this stuff? We have to protect him. Like, he's the way that we're getting these things. Like, he's the way that we have money. He's the way that I have this car. We have to protect him. And so the loyalty went to protecting what we had at that time. You know what I'm saying? My little brother lied out for me. I lied, and what can you do when you got people that don't want to cooperate?
Right.
You know?
Or they all cooperate in one direction.
So minded shit for a while. Like,
definitely.
Queen Bee, living up to her name.
Definitely.
I like this comment.
I like it too.
So 17, you said 16 to 17 went pretty fast. Okay, let's skip to like 18, 19. You're an adult now.
Okay, so then I try to do the stay-at-home mom thing. I try to do the be a good wife. You know what I'm saying? I try to, like, to be honest, I never really was in love with him. He just was my way out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I get that.
And I had 100%. Love for him. You know what I'm saying? But he was in love with me. Like, he got me an engagement ring. He proposed to me at the lights and everything. So
why let him do all that if you're not really, your heart's not?
Because of how I was raised, which is not an excuse, but I was raised by somebody who told me, you know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. I did. Yeah. When we broke up, he for sure was fucked up. Now he's found God though, so good for him. But when we first broke up, he definitely was messed up. Because the way I did it was real shitty. But if I can get to why I did it,
that takes some balls to say that though.
And what happened. Because like he wasn't all the way innocent either, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna start off with the man was how old?
He was 12 years older than me. So
but you not at 15 you don't have like the mental capacity.
You don't have your frontal lobe developed.
You don't like, even if you're consensual.
And this is what I can say. I lived in our top apartment and I was throwing the electric cord down to my bottom neighbor's house for her to plug into her wall for us to have electric. You know what I'm saying?
Really fast for no
watch it.
So yeah, he was the way out. And I met him because I would watch his cousin's kids. And she lived across the street. And I was like 14, 15. She had a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. She abandoned me with her kids for days.
Oh, wow.
And I was like crying my eyes out. So I knew her aunt, which happened to be his mom. I call up there. I'm like, come get these kids. He comes down there. That's how we met.
Reflecting back, does it feel like there was a lot of drug usage here that you might not have like acknowledged?
Definitely. Listen, like I completely overlooked meth addiction for my second baby daddy. Like I had no idea until God was literally like, get real, like, and a baggie fell out that I accidentally knocked over in the trash. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that there was more so with my first baby daddy was alcohol use. My second baby daddy was definitely like meth use, but I wasn't really like, I've never really been into like drugs or even alcohol. Like I really don't even drink. I smoke weed, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like it didn't work, because I couldn't vibe on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you guys are on different levels.
Yeah.
Shit makes you kind of weird and shit.
Yeah. When I turned 18 though, so here I'm 18, 19, my dad passed away of an OD. He overdoses. And that shifted everything. So like I said, I tried to do the stay-at-home mom thing. I stayed home. I quit hustling. I quit everything. I quit being in the game for a while.
Did you ever have a drug problem at all? Like, did you never try it?
Well, this is where we're gonna get into my addiction. I did suffer from addiction because of what I went through. So my dad passes away of an overdose, and I started having panic attacks, like severe panic attacks at night. Like I was waking up and like felt like I was dying, legitimately.
Oh no, I know what that's like.
And
like
yes, like every night it was happening to me. I felt like I was dying. I was having dreams of my dad like dead. He was only 43 when he died.
Impending doom.
So it was really sad for me. It was
impending
horrible. And I started to go see a therapist because I could not function because I was scared to go to sleep because I was scared to wake up and have a freaking panic attack. She put me on Xanax.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
At 18 years old, she gave me 180 Xanax and
Ooh.
sent me home after my dad just died.
Ooh, that's
and
a lot.
you can only imagine that and I come from 2 addicts, so it's already in my blood. You know what I mean?
Genetic.
I'd already been smoking weed, and I was smoking weed heavily, so I already had a gateway. And that's kind of where it started for me. I had a really rough year. I ended up leaving my son's dad, getting my own apartment, getting kicked out of my apartment, all in about a year.
What's the wildest thing you've ever done? Wildest.
The wildest thing I've ever done.
That sticks out the most to you that you're like, I can't believe I did that.
Girl, let me think. It's like I rode dick while they were driving down the freeway.
You did what?
I said I rode dick driving down the freeway.
Oh, okay.
That's wild, but the wildest thing I've ever done as far as like it's kind of like, this is stupid to me because I feel like the real bad stuff I did smart. You know what I'm saying? But like walk into a store and grab 2 30-packs and walk out with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I never really.
You weren't like robbing nobody and shit or like.
No, I never stuck nobody up or scared nobody. I'm sweet. That's not even in me.
That was a big deal back
then. Can I please have your car?
See, and suspecting.
Yeah. So flash to now. What got you into making content? Like, was it just kind of like an easier avenue?
Okay, so I was off social media for years. When I was with my second son's dad, he was really abusive, very controlling. I was off social media. I did not have social media. I fell off. I went to a lot of schools too growing up. I went to every school in my county. So a lot of people in my county know me. I'm very known in my hometown.
Okay.
So like hometown famous, whatever, they know me there.
Like in a positive light. Like
I don't even want to say it in a positive light. They just know me.
Was you fighting in high school?
No, I have red hair.
You don't look like that. Like,
I have red hair, and like I've always been outspoken. I always had confidence. I've always kind of been a performer in a way. You know,
pictures of like fake friends and shit.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So I would go to the skate house. You know what I'm talking about? The Friday night skates we used to have, and that's how I met everybody around. So I popped back up on social media, and I got a lot of love from my hometown, and that kind of pushed me to getting more love. And then my baby daddy, he was in the industry, so we would come up here and we would do stuff, and we started working with, 1921 and people like that, going into stuff. So I started to learn more of who was who, and I was looking for who was who for him because he was in the industry, Right. So and then people started to see me and they wanted to see more.
Who's like top 3 in Tulsa?
In the Tulsa, like rappers?
Yeah.
Top 3 in Tulsa?
Yeah. That's a good question.
Like we usually ask this to the rappers, that's why we do it at you, but I'm like, she knows.
Okay, well, all right, let's say top 3 in Tulsa. We're gonna go.
Like even if you don't like them, just like who's most likely to blow?
Who's most likely to blow?
Yeah.
Either Mike the Don, Phil Sosa. I feel like Go Easy. I mean, even Clovis Kepri. Yeah, he's on the radio right now. Like I feel like that Muffin, like all of them, they're definitely. I feel like have what it takes as far as support from people, the city to pop them the same way June pop. I think that they definitely have the support from the city to do that.
Now, we definitely fucking Muff Game, bro. We just had like a bunch of them on, and then like, bro, from what I understand, there's like 9 or 10 at this point. Like, but man, the homie Chuck, free Chuck, bro, like. Homie Chuck just did an interview last Monday.
But I came across Mud too, though. Like, and I feel like he's definitely one of Tulsa's number one. I feel like he has the support of the city too, in a way. Like,
they got some good ones out here, bro.
Definitely, and I feel like Tulsa's up next. They're coming. For sure.
We used to be like,
but Lamont, like now with Trap the General, we have all of those people. I feel like that are good enough and have enough star quality to blow.
You feel like your third baby daddy got more love like out of town than he did in town, though?
In Tulsa? Yeah. No, I feel like we more so do better out here for sure,
Everybody's always like, man,
it takes time. Okay,
actually,
my bad. Let me reiterate on that. If we go do a show in Arkansas or we go do a show in ATL or go do a show somewhere, yeah, they're fucking with us because they don't be trying to be cool. Nobody's standing around. If you're at a showcase, you're supposed to fuck with the music. Like, you're at a showcase. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like being at a strip club and being like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Yeah,
These
who
people
does
are up
that?
here
That's boring.
doing what they're doing. Like, respect that. And
Before you
because
get too gangster to dance.
no, the way I feel about it is it takes heart to do that. Even if you suck, even the worst person in the room, because stand up there and recite something to me in front of all these people and look good while you do it, please. If you can't, then who are you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how I feel about it. But
all right, back to your story. I'm sorry.
no, I don't even know, y'all. I have ADD really bad, so if you got to bring me back 100 times, then go ahead.
Content wise.
So where were we at,
So
Tabitha?
like, how
did I get to content creating?
Like, how are you doing that? Yes.
Like I said, okay, so I don't do like 5 picture or $5 for 10 pictures or $10 for 50 videos. I don't do that. Respect to you if you do, but then in a way you're kind of fucking the game up. I do. I'm expensive and I make a real relationship with my people. So to see me, it's gonna cost money, and we're gonna have to build a relationship, and it's gonna have to be trustworthy. So people really just saw me online, and if people like would comment on my stories and stuff like that, now I'm getting a lot of messages a day, so I kind of lose them. But I would always say something nice back, positive back and stuff like that, and use that as an opportunity to build a relationship, even if it wasn't a financial relationship, but
like
a connection. Shit. Yeah, because like I said, I know we go out places, I know we go to do the music and stuff like that. So I just wanted to build relationships with people in Oklahoma.
Very nice.
Do you have any out of state people, like regulars, like?
I have a guy that lives in Michigan that I fuck with a lot. I mean, he's been good to me for like 3.5 years actually. So, I've honestly, like I said, I've been in a relationship for 5 years, so I haven't gone so serious into this. I've been more focused on his stuff. Do they know that I haven't went serious into it?
No. Do they know that you're in a relationship?
No, they don't. I'm not in a relationship. They don't know though.
Like on a regular, like if you was dating somebody here, you wouldn't tell. You would just be like,
it doesn't go on my social media. It doesn't go on my Snapchat, Facebook. It doesn't go on any of that. I don't post my boyfriend. I don't, none of that stuff. Like in the beginning of our relationship, that was kind of an issue. It used to upset me. I would care. But now that I've grown more and I've matured more and I've seen more what the game is, like, it's best to not. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel that.
Two
at the
different
same
worlds.
time, like some guys are like, bro, she ain't willing to do that. They gonna feel like a side dude or something. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
It's not
like
that.
Post you on her social media, or if like you can't post her on yours, or like some of that shit is kind of a red flag.
But the only thing is you have to understand is like, unless you're gonna pay for that, you know what I'm saying, or take up that financial spot, then you gotta understand it's the game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is. It's the game, and if you're not comfortable with that, you have to understand what it is. And I'm not your regular content creator. I don't just. It's not. It's not like.
Not anybody. You're selective.
Very selective, yes, because I have to trust it because I'm going bigger places than here. I feel like I want to start like foundations for women. I want to build tiny homes for women that are getting out of domestic violence relationships. I want to go other places too. So yeah, it's important to me to trust,
What's your criteria for clientele? Like what is it that you're looking for as far as like, oh man, I'm gonna get on her contact list?
Don't waste my time. Like yeah, because you wouldn't go to Walmart and grab a bottle of bleach and walk up to the register and be like it's $4, and you'd be like, but what about $3.74? And then be like, no, it's $4, and you'd be like, what about $3.82? No, it's $4 fucking dollars. Like that's what I mean. Like don't waste my time. If I say, hey, yeah, that's fine. You need to send the payment first. This is how it goes. If you can't trust me, the first payment off top is $40. You're gonna pay me $40. And that is to $40
is what it is.
$40. Yep. $40 is to get me to take you even serious more than to open your messaging and ever.
I feel wrong for asking this. How many dudes do you have on a regular basis that you talk to like every day, every other day?
Like I said, right now I was doing more, but then I kind of fell off of it a little bit because I started really focusing on other shit. But like 4 to 6.
What's the most you've ever had?
8 to 9.
Is it hard?
Yeah,
Like,
it is, because it takes a lot of time. That's what I told people. Like, this isn't what I had a friend that wanted to do it, and she needed some money one day, and I was like, "Girl, so you got titties? Sell a picture of them." And she was like, at the end of it, when she came back to me the next day, she's like, "That shit was way harder than I thought." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, it is, because you got to deal with motherfuckers."
any potential there for a actual relationship, or is this just all you're not looking for?
I'm not looking for an actual relationship. I'm looking for a connection, like a real, genuine connection. Like, I'm all about connections, and I feel like we have soul tribes, anyways. So I'm all about finding my soul tribe. And if I feel like you're part of my soul tribe, or you're somebody that needs to be around me more, or I can give something to you, or you can give something to me that is going to impact each other positively going forward forever, then definitely you can come in my space. But I'm so particular about my space that, you know, we're going to have to definitely like have a relationship, which I rather FaceTime and stuff like that. The people I mess with though, like, they're all really sweet, genuine people, and they love it. I mean,
Any of your baby daddies got a chance to get on that list?
to get on the list to get
If they
content.
got, yeah. What if one of them won the lottery? Would you?
Would I let him get on the list for my content? Ooh, gosh, that's weird. I didn't think about that. And it's weird because it's like, I know you see me give birth, so you see me busted open.
Yeah.
You've already
You were there. You were there.
But
You went through a lot.
Well, like, I was on a girls group actually that I was on a girls group that my friend ran, and it actually got really big. Like, the girls group got big. How many followers did we get before we got topped out? 2,500. So we got a decent amount. I mean, for a group.
For around here.
Yeah, and they were local girls. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with it. Well, we would post our pictures in there, and of course, shit leaks. You got, you know what I mean? People that make fake girl profiles, blah blah blah.
Oh, that happens a lot.
Yeah, my sister's baby daddy fucking seen one of my pictures, and that was getting shown around Carl's Jr. So shit like that happens. You know what I'm saying? It was a panty pick, but like, I know that if you send something, even if I was to send something to a, you know what I'm saying, if you were like my man's, like, you could get mad at me when I leave and post it on Twitter.
That's
like,
fucked
what
up,
can I
bro.
do? But what can I do? You know what I'm saying?
So you feel like that's somebody that could possibly be behind some of that bullshit? Was like one of your baby daddies?
Probably. I mean, I don't
That's
know.
cold,
Actually, no,
man.
they don't fuck with me. The only one that fucks with me really is my oldest son's baby daddy. When I say fuck with me, I mean, he just makes sure I walk that line. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Which makes sense.
He look out for you like family, but y'all ain't like.
No, he doesn't look out for me like family. He just makes sure I'm not gonna slip. Because if I slip, then you know what I'm saying. You ever had a BM waiting for you to mess up?
This motherfucker.
You ever had a BM waiting for you to mess up?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You know how that is. Tit for tat, that type of shit.
So I feel like, man, you're dealing with a lot, and you've been dealing with a lot.
I have a lot.
Like, bro, you're in relationships that are like fucking young and the restless type shit.
That ass. But like, as far as my second relationship, yeah, that was like definitely like a young and the restless, abusive ass relationship. But my third relationship, that put me on, and now I feel like, I'm not gonna say that made me who I am, because I was already manifesting before I met him. I'm really big in the manifesting thing. I listen to positive affirmations every night. So those, I am amazing, I am beautiful, I am, that's your girl. I make my kids listen to them. That's what goes through my house at night, because like, I'm all about your subconscious. I'm all about all of that stuff. So it's big on me. I was already manifesting all of this stuff, me becoming, blowing up in a way, you know, because like I said, I fell off. I didn't talk to anybody, and I was so isolated, and I dealt with, you know, my mental health for a while, and then I just popped back up and started to build myself up.
What's your religious background?
I mean, I'm Baptist, so I'm Cherokee. So I have ceremonial backgrounds. My mom, you know, my mom would see a medicine man when I was little. My mom would go down and get spring water, pray over it. My mom used to burn cedar and sage. You know, my grandma went to an all Cherokee speaking church, where they did only Cherokee services. So I grew up from that background, and then I got a white family. It was my dad's side, who are like crazy ass white people who are Irish, who are just fucking crazy. And yeah, Frank Gallagher ass people. So
That's
so my mom's side is super religious, and my dad's side is super corrupt.
So what do you believe? Are you like Christian? Or
I believe that Jesus Christ came to save us for our sins. I believe in God, but I also believe that Jesus was just, he was a messenger. You know what I'm saying? And there's more messengers than just him. we all had the power that Jesus had, but the fact is that Jesus was able to tap into it because he had no fear, because he was of God and he had word of God, so he had no fear. And without fear, if you believe with no fear, you really can make anything happen, like anything.
All right, you sound educated and versed. So, like, how do you feel about like politically, like Islam?
Islam?
Yeah.
I feel like people should do what they want. I don't know, really.
My last name is Mohammed.
Really? Are you from that background?
No,
or is that
I'm
just married?
Cherokee. No, my dad that raised me, he's from Iraq.
He's from Iraq. So what's your stance? Because you would probably know more than I do.
On Islam itself, I mean, there's assholes in every group.
Yeah, definitely.
Every group.
I mean, there's freaking radical Christians. Like,
yeah,
you
there
know what
are.
I'm saying?
So, I mean, I've met a lot of Muslims that are wonderful, amazing people, and I've met some that I'm like, how could you say that you're from this group of
Which,
people?
no, Muslims, I feel like Muslims, to be honest, are the greatest people. Like, I love their teachings. I love what they're about. Like, I feel like it's kind of the vibe of what I'm on. You know what I mean? About
That's
like
a lot.
loving one another. Like, it's all about the love.
I think that's
literally
supposed to learn that. I think.
I feel like that's Muslim people are about love, and that's a big thing for me.
Who you voting for?
Who am I voting for? Mr. Three Baby Mamas, Mr. BMs. Yeah, definitely Trump. Just because, like,
who else is gonna vote?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't trust that bitch as far as I can throw her. Like, I know a shicey bitch when I see one, and her bringing Meg out like that, like, you fucked our girl over for what?
But in her defense, she's supposed to be like a former sex worker. Like she, like I mean, not to say she suffered way to the top, but that definitely got her foot in the door in the beginning. And
she was busy.
Okay, the only thing I feel like with them is they're all talking a bunch of shit. Like, tell me how. How are you gonna do this? Everybody says that every year. Prices are gonna go down. Blah 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 blah. Like,
what do you do to make that happen?
Like, tell me how. You know what Trump said? Drill, drill, drill. We're gonna drill, drill, drill. Well, I looked into that, guys. We're drilling at record amounts right now. We've never drilled more than we've ever drilled right now. So, anyone that's gonna vote for him that thinks that's the answer, that's not the answer. I'm not against or for Trump, but that's not the answer. So, what is the answer? His answer is not the answer.
Man, that's a whole big thing. Like, obviously, like the whole thing is like whether we should.
No, we need. Listen, there has to be caps. There has to be rental cap laws. There has to be caps because, and if not, then we have to make it realistic for people to buy their own homes. You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, you talking about some real shit because, like, bro, back in the day, like, man, my grandpa could like work one job. My grandma didn't have to work.
Selling vacuums or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something random like J.C. Penney.
My mom was an LPN and raised 5 kids, and like literally, I remember we had a nice 3-bedroom house. With
they can afford it. They can afford a vacation.
And I remember her saying, "I paid the rent. It was $500," and I was like, $500.
I remember my parents telling me theirs was like $300. I'm like, what the hell?
Vacation. He had a car. It was all off one job. The mom stayed home. She took care of the crib. Made sure the kids were straight, did their homework and shit, made dinner. Bro, that shit was like, and it worked. You know what I mean?
No, and that's not how it is at all anymore. Like, definitely, if your bitch got to have a side hustle, or it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to have a man that's on the road.
What do you feel like is the cause of that? Because I asked you that setting it up for like, bro, the whole sexy red vibe and shit. Like, how do you feel about that?
I feel like she was grasping at straws. Like, are you talking about Kamala or are you talking about Sexy Red in general?
I'm talking about Sexy Red in general. Because I feel like, okay, the Sexy Red shit is like, it started a little bit before that. You know, Nicki Minaj was a little out there, and then Cardi B, and then, you know, so on. But now it's like, bro, come on. Like,
I feel like at the end of the day, like, yeah, I'm more of like an R&B, like Jhené Aiko, Summer Walker. Like, that's who I more so like to listen to. But, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, if I hear getting sexy, you can't help it. You automatically. But I'm gonna say, like, I'm not against twerk music. I'm not, because in Louisiana and places like that, like, they've been doing bounce music, twerk music forever.
Oh yeah.
I think it's more so blowing up now, and so the world is doing it, and I feel like it's something that's fun, and people just want to have fun.
But we've always had like a Little Kim or a fucking like a Trina or Nicki Minaj.
But I feel like Sexy Red in a way is more she's more relatable.
I feel like she's influenced society to a certain extent to where it's like bro, I love this shit, but like it's a little too far over there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little bit
Take
too
him
far
for
if
his
you
money.
is.
Yeah,
I think
take
that.
him for his money and all that shit. Like, I mean, I get it
Well,
to some
as far
extent,
as like, I feel like y'all have got to watch what you listen to in front of your kids. Like, same thing with me, because
Man.
like, I did not know, but yesterday I had a video sent to me of my 6-year-old son singing the YMW Melly song. I got married her on my
Ooh.
yeah, and somebody was like
Classic.
upset about it that my son had done that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was
I
kind of
mean,
family
weird.
film.
Like,
That
you see it as cute because it's just a song. You know
well,
what I'm
I don't
saying?
think it's
But,
cute. I didn't know he was doing it. He snuck and did it. I didn't know he was doing it. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I didn't think he was cute because I don't play that.
I mean,
And he
ain't
knows
gonna
I don't
lie,
play
dude.
that. But I think
You
y'all
think
need to
it was
watch what you
single.
do in front of your kids because
You're right.
my son goes to daycare and those little girls in like the little kid class, they literally be like 7 p.m. Friday.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
building their Legos up and I'm like,
Yeah.
please, she just said she ain't got no and ain't no got her. So you know what I'm saying? Which
No,
we but then they say that we used to sing that too. I'm in love with a stripper.
but
Like
that's
I was
not
on the school
near
bus
as
singing
bad
that.
as some of this
It was
shit,
Sex and
though,
Candy.
But
that's
let's
still-
think about Lil Wayne. She like me like, oh, lollipop. Like we're
Yeah,
talking
I
about
mean,
sucking dick. Like
Yeah.
let's
But
be
at
for
least
real.
we
Think
kinda
about like
threw
Spice Girls.
a metaphor out there. We're not throwing metaphors out there.
I mean,
We're
no,
just like,
Spice Girls
you
is
just
really
ask some
metaphor.
shit.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
now
true.
they're just saying it. Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. You didn't have to say all that. My booty hole's brown and all that shit.
I mean, shit. At least she was open about it. But I do agree in a little bit that it's gone too far. But everything goes too far. You know what I'm saying?
No,
just
totally. Like,
everything goes too
I
far.
had no problem with Nicki Minaj. I really had no problem with Cardi B. It's just the shit that took it to that next level. The booty hole brown shit, all that shit. Like, it's like, man,
You're gonna make it, I swear.
I feel like they. I don't know.
Even Megan Thee Stallion.
But I watched how she made that song and how she said she made it. That get it like she actually got with like her friends and family and had like a sleepover and they were having like a good time. You know what I'm saying? And they were like throwing sounds around and shit, and that's how they started going get it sexy, and that's where it came from. So I feel like it's fun. You know what I'm saying? That's where it is. People want to have fun.
Character. I think all of them.
It's all a character. You know, Paris Hilton's a character. She has a deep voice.
Yeah, I can see. Really?
Yeah, she don't even. She has a deep voice.
She's actually really smart.
She's very
extremely smart.
That's crazy.
She takes amazing care of her kids.
I still don't believe it.
Girl,
Smart
girl. The shade.
So okay, how many dudes you said you fuck with on a regular? Like you said, what, like 6 to 8, something like that.
Yeah, that's if things are going great. But I quit focusing on it. I'm back focusing on trying to, you know what I'm saying, work on it. Like I said, the biggest thing that I am looking for is pay pigs. I'm looking for a pay pig. If I have a pay pig, I only need 1 or 2.
Break that down for us because you had to break it down for me. Like I'm still kind of like, are you a sugar baby type? Is that what it is? Basically?
It's not even. No, I wouldn't even say sugar baby because I feel like I only even put the criteria of a sugar baby. Like I'm a BM, so I can't even be I'm not a sugar baby, but I mean, so like there is a kink. You can look it up. It's called a pay pig, where it's like financial dominatrix, and that's pretty much like they like to be abused in that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
$600.
Yeah, you ugly bitch. Give me
For no
500.
reason.
I don't know. They like
Literally.
it, and I did a lot of research into it, guys. And I think it's awesome. I would be great at that. I would be the best financial dominatrix ever.
And you don't do meetups at all, right?
No, I don't do meetups. I don't because like I don't have a manager either, so I feel like that's not safe.
You definitely need management. It's good.
So
Safe.
what are these guys? What are they exactly getting in return from you, as far as this pay pig thing goes? Like, okay, financial dominatrix. You just take their money and ghost them.
See, when you think no, it's a relationship. You know what I'm saying? But not like a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship.
Like
it is like a form of a relationship, just like a sugar baby or a trick and a, you know what I'm saying? It's just like that.
Like, you treat them like shit when you talk to them, or you like, yo, what's up, baby? Like,
you treat them like shit. Some of them, but you treat some of them nice. But a lot of them want to be treated like shit. To be honest, what I've gathered from my information, some of them I can be sweet too. Could want you to be sweet to them, but
depends on the dynamic.
I've seen from what I saw, it was like mean ass shit. Like these bitches was fucking going in on these.
Like, you don't have a problem with that? Like, you're like, fuck it.
No, at this point, like I told you, like this last one, like I was so in love. Now I'm not gonna do anything for love for a minute. I don't hate men at all. No, I love men. I feel like we need men. Like as a society, we need y'all.
I mean,
like
to procreate or whatever, but
not to fuck, not to have babies. We need strong, good men to lead us, to help us, to get us to where we need to help our children. We need men. That's so freaking naive of us to think we don't. Yes, we do. We need men. all day long. I'm not ever against a strong, good man.
But you
Shitty
need to be
pieces
a
of
good.
shit can go away. Child molesters, all that can go
Oh,
away.
yeah,
Let's
He
well,
got to
be
be a
good men.
good dude though, right? Like,
Well, just
Yeah,
he got to be like with good
execution.
intentions. Not, you
yeah,
know,
because I'm a good woman. Like, I mean, and I don't even mean like I'm not. I know we all think we're good women, blah blah. Like, I'm a good fucking woman. I'm gonna follow you wherever and invest in everything I can.
What does a guy have to get you to stop doing everything and really settle down, commit? Like, bro, stay at home, take care of this shit.
And be like, I'm done.
Like, to a lot of girls, that's like a dream. You know what I mean?
I would just trust in communication.
It's a big one.
Communication really was the biggest reason why this thing didn't work out with me. I feel like communication is so huge to me at this point. If you can communicate on a different level, then I could fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? If you can't communicate, then I can't fuck with you. So communication, if somebody could communicate, then I could trust them. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what's going on. Like, I don't need to know every fucking thing you do in a day, but I need to know what's the game plan so I know what's up, so I'm counted in.
Okay.
You know?
Best relationship, just hit it right off the bat type shit. Like, you're feeling this dude, but he ain't got no car. He got a job, but he's broke. And
I've already been through that, and I built the motherfucker up. I built him up. He has a great ass job. He has a great car. Right. He's on the radio. When I met him, he was on a couch with no vehicle, making $10 an hour with nothing. So he had one video locally.
So you feel like you can kind of like train a dude?
No, I feel like that with the right energy and the right woman, you can do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's where being appreciative comes in, because when a motherfucker says, "Oh, I could have done that anyways," well, why weren't you doing it? Why weren't you doing it?
I feel like you're gonna have to have a dude that's smarter than you. You're not, and you're like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Street smarts, you got it. Like, so, but this dude's gonna have to be like top tier OG type shit.
Yeah,
that is
He's
so
old.
funny that you say that, because I feel like for me, I'm gonna have to go for somebody that is, because I've already went for someone that was older, but he was really emotional, and he went through a lot of shit too. Like his sister, when we were together, his sister like hung herself, and he found her. His 16-year-old sister. You know what I'm saying? So that was something that was a big thing. So someone that, because I had a lot. I'm going to therapy right now, and I'm going to trauma therapy to heal myself. So we got to be healed to do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Like, don't get mad at me when I ask you. Do you feel like you're kind of narcissistic?
Me?
Yeah.
A little bit, definitely. But I'm a borderline personality disorder. So, I'm not a narcissist, but I'm a borderline. So, yeah, in a way.
You have some behaviors of it that you might not be like.
I have empathy though. Like
right.
if I was to like take her mic and put it in my pocket and go and leave, I would think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I formed a connection with her. Right. I would think about it for a long time. Every time I saw the mic, I would see her face, and I would think about her being nice to me. So I have a conscience.
Reflecting back again, you know what you're talking, because I mean that's real shit. And like, I feel like, where did you learn all this shit from, though? Like, how were you, like, intellectually able to keep up with, you know, older?
Shit, I feel like probably because I've been whenever I was a baby, my grandma owned a daycare. So right out the gate, my grandma owned the daycare I went to. I would sit in the office with her, up with my bottle in the boss area, you know what I'm saying, while all the other kids
boss baby.
were, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, like I ran the shit. So I feel like that's kind of where it came from. And my grandma, I feel like it's in my blood, but also like just in the situations I've been through. I went through so much so fast that I had to figure shit out. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's crazy. You're doing, like, I mean, you're doing good. Like,
I mean, I feel like I'm doing well. Like I have shit. I got a house and a car and fucking
for having all
money.
This shit dumped on you, 3 kids. Really,
I have 4 kids for the record.
Kids, I'm sorry, but like you wasn't old enough to even be involved in all that type of shit. Really, in my mind. So I'm like, dude, for you, did you have a childhood? Like,
no, not really. My mom did her best. Like I love me and my mom are super tight right now. Like my mom, she's been staying with me the last 4 days because, like, just because she's my emotional support in a way, you know. So growing up, my mom, I'm not gonna say she was a bad mom, because my mom's like me. My mom's super fucking smart. My mom has her LPN. My mom's a nurse. She's super smart. She like smartest person ever, but she is street smart too, because she's been through a lot of shit. So growing up, I seen that on my mom. And my mom's been married like 5 times. And so I counted the other day how many people my mom was with whenever in my childhood. And it was like 15.
No.
maybe 16.
Well, you're kind of savage, and I have to say, I
Like-
feel like it's like a reflection of like kind of what you've been through in your parents. You know?
But you know what? I feel like at this point, nothing can faze me. So like with a man and shit like that, like you can't hurt my feelings. Like all that shit talking, like, oh, you have 4 baby daddies, or you have 3 baby daddies, like nothing. Yeah, you can't hurt my feelings. Like that's fine. I don't care.
Well,
Like
you handled shit pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. I threw some curveballs at you. You like, I mean, you're like straight up.
there's 8 billion people.
Yeah,
Let's be
I know.
honest.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
I'm somebody's motherfucking cup of tea. If I'm not yours, then that is fine. You can move on because maybe this pretty girl right here is your cup of tea, or maybe this beautiful ass bitch right here is your cup of tea. But
A princess.
you know what I'm saying? She says she don't want to be nobody's cup of tea. She's fucking. She's a shot of whiskey.
So it's your shot.
This is
your,
my best friend. Like this
Ooh,
girl, she.
Yes.
So we've been friends. Like we met in that group that I was talking to you about,
Right,
the girl
okay.
group. And I don't know, like one night I was at work and I was in like a messenger chat and she was drunk and she kept sending like the voice messages in the chat. And I was like, dude, this like girl is fucking so annoying, bro. Like I'm trying to sleep at work and her voice keeps coming through. She was all drunk. And then like the last one I heard, like it was cute because she's like, oh, sorry. And I was like, oh, she's actually cute. And then I don't know, we kind of started talking from there. But like the first time we like ever hung out, I took her on a trip to Dallas and we just stayed in a hotel room together. And so like anytime I need her to pop up, she pops up.
Y'all just been vibing since y'all met.
Yeah, I feel like we have time. We have periods of time because she has a life and I have a life, and we don't live in the same town where we go a long time without seeing each other. And that's because of me.
But
like,
you just pick up right where you left off type shit.
you
Like,
feel like we do.
I got a couple friends like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just kinda,
I don't really have any friends though, like at all. Like I don't have friends. I don't kick it with bitches. I don't kick it with nobody. If I go to the club, like.
Why?
We need to hang out though.
And it's not because I don't like them. I love women. I love girls. I'm nice to them. I love being friendly. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't. Because I don't.
Is it on you though? Like, is it a lack of like? Do these people hit you up and you just don't hit them back type shit?
Not even to be mean. Not even to be mean. But a lot of
I didn't mean that.
a lot of shit. Well, my message got lost to her because I saw it, and that's why I sent her a heart back today. Because I was like, I didn't want her to think I was messaging him back and not her. Because I'm all about the girls at the end of the day. My messages get lost because I get a lot of messages. Once you hit the algorithm, you hit the algorithm. But what was I saying, y'all? ADD. Or what was I at?
Yeah, any shout outs.
Oh yeah, you guys can follow me.
We're gonna have an intermission or
Yeah, you can follow me. Really, where I focus people is Facebook. I'm gonna work on Instagram soon, but Facebook's more like personable. Like I can actually hit you back, and then I can give you my Snapchat.
You have a link tree?
But no, I don't have a link tree, but I guess I'll get a link tree.
Yeah, do
You
that
feel
when
like you're not really into the like corporate part of this shit. Like,
Not yet. No, I need that part of the game though. You know what I'm saying?
How are you so big underground? That's crazy.
she's nice.
Because I be just fucking.
She's gonna be.
Because I go places and I feel like it's more so. Honestly, I feel like it's the mystery. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really fuck with none of them, and they're surprised because it's like, why not?
You're definitely extroverted, so I'm like, you're not.
You
I
know,
feel like you're not just sitting in the house.
well, I'm not. I only go outside when I need to go outside. You know what I'm saying? So
You got me
unless there's like a
outside.
really good reason for me to go outside, I don't really go outside. But as far as me like being people know me underground, I feel like it's more so of like a mystery thing because I don't engage. You know what I'm saying? Like I go to this shit and I just kind of fall back. I love the bitches that turn up. I love the bitches that shake their ass, but I'm not gonna do that. That's not me. I'm gonna like literally just like be pretty and nice and cute. And I feel like it's the mystery of it.
Yeah.
Play your role.
Definitely play my role. Yeah, I will.
That's good. That's good.
But my shout out is BROOKE and space CORBELL. Yes, that's my government name. But Brooke Corbell. You can follow me on Facebook or you can follow me on TikTok. That's THATSS.B. That's BBE. And y'all can follow me on TikTok. I do post on TikTok. I'm gonna start really like posting on TikTok a lot more, like my vlogs, my daily life.
How would we get your attention right off the bat though? Like, cause you shouted out. So like,
Say Redroom.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Say Redroom in the messenger, and I'll know that you came from here.
Very
and we
good.
can fuck with each other.
Awesome. I love it.
So-
Guys, that's it. Queen B, this is the outlet where we stay plugged in.
All right. Love
Perfect.
y'all.
They gave me goosebumps.
Ooh, good. I got a pee so bad.
Me too. That's exactly.